Good day, friends. This is Tracy Brown, your somatic nutrition therapist and attuned eating expert. And let's talk a little bit about being able to identify emotions, because this week, as we talk about emotional eating, one of the big things is people often tell me, like, I eat because I'm sad or I'm eating because I'm bored. But in those moments, are we actually identifying before the eating that I'm bored, that I'm sad? Because that's what I find that most people haven't learned to unglue themselves from actually witnessing the feelings, the scared, the mad, the sad, the bored, whatever it is, whatever you're actually trying to bring ourselves down from, or feel the opposite from, or fill the hole if something's missing, right? And I know that emotional eating, just by my own personal experience and by listening to thousands of instances of emotional eating from others, it's that in the moment, like, typically things are feeling so fast that we're not able to unglue from it and actually look at, oh yeah, there's that boredom, and what can I do to, like, maybe if I don't like this boredom, besides eat. And again, we talked about in other videos, I've talked about this thousands of times as well, is that emotional eating is a human experience. It happens for everyone. It's not really a big deal. It's more about when I don't feel like I have any say over what's happening, and this is my only go-to for emotions, is where it becomes distressing, right? So we want the distress to be gone around this, and we want to live an agency and choice around it, right? So if you just picked up on what I said earlier in the video, is that when it's going so fast, that's telling me that we're probably in some kind of threat feeling response, to where we can't really identify truly what we're feeling, and then more deeply what other resources we have to go to besides. So that's what we're going to talk about more in this video, is how do we get to the place of less activation, so hyperactivation, which I've talked about in lots of videos as well. So please scroll through here on Facebook, or go to YouTube, and you can go to my channel and look at all the hyper and hypoactivation and the window tolerance, all that education. So we're just going to do a quick little summary though. Here is that hyperactivation is our sympathetic nervous system, and usually when we're hyperactivated, we're usually in a fight or flight response. So imagine the emotions that go along with that, right? Like anxiety, frustration, irritability, boredom. And if we have a relationship with those feelings that feels like a threat, those emotions feel like a threat inside, and we're going to want to hurry up and eat to push that down, that frustration, that fear, that terror, that boredom, if we don't have other strategies to feel and to deal. And of course, that the lack of that ability starts in childhood. So again, those are skills that we're supposed to learn when we're younger, self-regulation, but we can't learn self-regulation without co-regulation. Co-regulation is basically being in safe relationship. And that takes thousands of experiences to feel like my distress is held here. It's not a threat. It's okay. We'll get through it. And that's how you learn how to have self-regulation. Anyway, so think about it. If you're eating and, there's this level of, like, I gotta hurry up and do this, it could just be from a trigger right before, and you're eating and you're trying to get yourself into some kind of place of not feeling like those feelings are a threat. That's all you're trying to accomplish. Sometimes it's the secondary thing. Sometimes that there's this underlying grief or shame, or like there's just nothing here for me. It feels like I'm in a black hole of falling into nothing. That's the primary. The secondary is the fear about that, and that's where that can come from as well. And then sometimes we're not even like feeling like we're running from a tiger. We're just in this, like, kind of foggy place, and we don't really know how we got here, and it feels heavy, and we eat to feel something. So what do we do about all that? The goal really is, if we can sit in a chair, like, I know we talked about this many, many times on this channel, is find something that you can feel, that you can yield into, that has your back. It can be your bed, it can be the chair, it can be sitting on the porch in nature, watching nature, going into nature, or it can be people, whatever it is. But starting to basically be intentional about our daily practice, even a daily before meals practice of feeling the here and now. Because if we can't feel ourselves in the here and now and something benevolent has us, then we're going to be on autopilot and not knowing why we're going to the store again, after work or school to get food to eat, whether we're hungry or not. And it doesn't feel like there's a choice to it. You just have to do it, and it feels really fast and really big. So what we have to do is feel like that something's got us, and then start to identify what is feeling so big, too much, so fast, so buzzy, so fuzzy. And that's our first step to help us get more into relationship with what we're feeling versus feeling like that what we're feeling is a threat. And those are some of the first activities and intentions and steps to help ourselves with emotional eating. So I'm not saying that healing emotional eating is a self-help journey. It's definitely not. I think that we need co-regulation for our bodies to have an experience of something new in relationship with ourselves and other people and the emotions. But I think there's the things that we can also be putting into practice on our own. So I hope that helps you. If you need more help with this, I'm going to put a link below that you can reach out if you want to and chat. I also have free resources on the websites to help you with that as well. I mean, there are tools with everything written out, pretty much what I just said, to help you get started. And if you're feeling stuck, that just means a part of you is feeling like facing this alone is feeling too much. So don't wait too long. And I'm so happy that everybody here live was here with me today. I really appreciate you. If you feel like this was nourishing to you in your system and you have friends or family they could benefit, please pass this along. This is really how we share that we care, So thank you so much for watching. Everyone on the replay, thanks for being here, and I appreciate you as well. So take care. Bye for now.